All right. The first thing we have to do is to create a Spring Boot project. All right, like creating a project for the app in the backend. So now you come to starter.spring.io. So that is where you'll be able to create a Spring Boot project. So the build tool we are using is Maven. All right, and we are using the Java programming language. So we can choose any Spring Boot version here, but let's go with a 3.4.5. So then we can specify the name of the application. Let's say chats. So we can say chats app. So you see the name is here already. We can say demo. Let's say building a chat application. That's just like the project description. Building a chat application. Then we want the package. We need to set the package name. So let's just set it to chats com.chat.app. All right. So this is simple enough. So now you can either use WA or jar, but I'm using jar, and I currently use Java 21. All right. So because Java 21 is an LTS, Java 17 is also an LTS. So depending on your Java version you have on your own machine. So now after doing this, the next thing now is to add dependencies that will need to build the project. All right, so I will add a Spring Dev 2. All right, then we'll add Lombok. So we'll add Spring Web, because the app is going to be like a web application. So the next thing, we can add Spring Security. We are going to use this Spring session. All right, so we are going to add Spring Security, and Spring Security. So we are also going to add a data JPA because we need Hibernate for persisting data JPA. We also need a MySQL driver. So let's use this MySQL driver. If there are other dependencies that we will need, we'll add them while we are building the project. So we'll just generate this. All right. So you just generate it. It's a zip file. So okay, so my own is in the downloads folder, so I'll just unzip it. So for me, I'm using IntelliJ, and I will encourage you to also do the same. So we are going to be using VS Code for the front end, but for the back end, let's use IntelliJ. All right. So you just open the chat application here, trust project. So this window. All right. Perfect. So the application is has opened now, but you can see it's still resolving. All right, it's trying to like build the necessary dependencies that will be required for the application to function properly. So let's just wait while it resolve all the dependencies. All right, guys, the build process is complete. Everything is resolved. But sorry, I forgot to mention, we need a WebSocket. We need to add a dependency for WebSocket, because we are going to be sending chats real time, so we need a WebSocket to do that. So let's now add the WebSocket dependency to our pom.xml. So you click on this, and then you can search for WebSocket here. All right, so this is WebSocket. You just click on it. You have added it. All right, so after adding it, you can just click on this, then you click on explore. All right, so once you click on explore, you will see in this properties file, you will look for the dependency you just added, which is WebSocket. Look at it here. All right, you can just copy it, then you come to your pom.xml. all right, you come to this place. I already added one. All right, I've already added it, so you add it if you don't have it. All right, and also we are going to be using JWT for sending authentication token. So you have to add this line, all right, from here to this place. All right, you add this for JWT dependency. You can also find this dependency in the Maven repository. All right, but if you add it like this, I think it should work fine. So now the next thing we need to do is to configure our data source. All right, so this is our application.properties file. First of all, okay, this is the application name is already specified here. So this is where we do our database configuration and everything. So the first thing we need to add, let's add an API version for our application, all right? So that we are going to always have like a URL. Let's say if our app is running on, like, let's say port 3030, all right? So we can have something like, let's say localhost, all right, let's say like 3030 slash, we'll have like API, which is the API version slash version 1, all right? Then any other endpoints that we are going to have, maybe like, let's say register user or any other endpoint. So we need to specify the API version here. So we'll have something like app.api version, all right? So we are going to say let's use v1, like version 1, all right? So that's the first thing we need to do. The next thing is to configure Hibernate related properties, all right? So let me just type it, spring dot jpa dot show SQL equals to true, all right? These are just data source configuration. Let me just forward it so we don't waste our time. I'll specify the database related properties. This is for Hibernate and this is specific to MySQL. So all you have to do is the name of the database we are creating. All right, this is the name of the schema. So you can say chat_db. So you also specify your username, which is usually root. Then you specify the password. All right. So now this database, you have to come and create a schema for it in your MySQL workbench. So you click on this button, all right, then new schema, you paste it here, then you apply, then you close. You see, you have created this schema now. So you have to specify your password here, all right? So after specifying your password, the next thing is to create different packages, all right, that are necessary for building this application. So the first package we need to create, let's create the model, all right? This we do for now. So if we need to create other packages, then I think we can go ahead and do that if there is a need. Okay, let's also quickly add a package for security, for enums, and for constants. So we have for security, this will hold our security classes such as a web security, and then we need a package for config. Then we also need a package for constants, like our API constants. Those are values that don't change, constants. And then I think that's pretty much all we need. Okay, let's also have one for enum, for enums, all right? So I think that's pretty much okay. All right, for now that's okay. All right, so after creating the Spring Boot application and after all the necessary configurations, let's run the application to ensure that there is no error. All right, so you can see that the app has built and is running properly. So it's running on port 8080. So let's change it to port 3030. Let's say server.ports equals to 3030, like this. So now let's rerun the application. All right, so you can see that now it's running on port 3030. So that's it. So the next thing for us to do now is to go and create a front-end application for our chat app.